Roman Wilson may have just ended all of the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver rumors. The second-year player has dominated the last 2 weeks of the Steelers preseason, and he headlines our key takeaways from week 2. Flashback to August 1st. That's the night that Calvin Austin III goes down with an injury. To this point, he has yet to return to practice. He has yet to play in the preseason. That means that Roman Wilson has had to step up. He stepped into that wide receiver number 2 role, and he has yet to look back. That's right. The Michigan man has been a force in the Steelers wide receiver room. You go back to last week. First play of the game. Big time hookup with Mason Rudolph on an in-cut. Flash forward to week 2 of the preseason. Very early on, a 42-yard completion on a post route where he gets behind the Bucs secondary. He follows that up with a 30-yard completion, just a huge reception on an over route that should have went for more, quite honestly, because he stepped out of bounds a little bit early. The ball was led that way. That's neither here nor there. The truth of the matter is that the Pittsburgh Steelers have been in the market for another wide receiver. We know that. We know they got DK Metcalf. We know they've been optimistic with Roman Wilson. But the Calvin Austin III injury has thrown a wrench in all of that. They have to have 3 proven commodities in the wide receiver room. But right now, Roman Wilson, he may force Omar Khan to keep his phone on the hook because he is making plays that the Steelers have dreamed of him making. He's showing his 4.3 speed repeatedly. He's showing that he can be the Steelers wide receiver number 2. So if Calvin Austin III is okay, he can slot into that slot wide receiver role, and the Pittsburgh Steelers just might have their wide receiver room finally figured out. How about our second takeaway? Running back Caleb Johnson. This is a guy who we've called out repeatedly, who we've said he struggled in camp, obviously didn't look good in his preseason debut last week. You flash forward to this week, and all of that changed. That fluid, graceful, natural runner, it came out in spades against the Buccaneers. This guy was breaking tackles. He was using stiff arms. He was hitting his cutback lanes. He looked like the running back that we saw at Iowa. He even had a good catch, 9 yards. He made plays in pass protection. He was a do-it-all playmaker that the Pittsburgh Steelers need to be the future of that position. But what was very interesting about all of that is that he made those plays behind the second and third team O-line. And that gets us to our third takeaway. The Steelers' run game and the Steelers' rushing offense might be in trouble because the offensive line, or at least the first team offensive line, they cannot block to save their life right now. You had all of the starters outside of Isaac Seumalo in there, and this team creates no push up front. It hasn't happened in camp. It didn't happen in the preseason last week. It didn't happen in the joint practice this week, and it didn't happen against the Bucs. I don't know what the issue is right now. You have Arthur Smith, one of the smartest run game coordinators. You have a lot of key pieces, and the unit is doing very well in pass protection. But as it pertains to the run game, they are struggling right now, and they are going to have to figure that out because this offense cannot rely on Aaron Rodgers to throw the ball 40, 50, 60 times a game and think that they're going to win games. So those are your 3 key takeaways from week 2 of the Pittsburgh Steelers preseason.